To understand why dialogue has become so hard to hear, we first must go back to the early days of filmmaking. Before 1927, movies didn't have any synchronized dialogue. During the silent era, screenings would often include live performers in the theaters who attempted to lip sync the dialogue and music instead. There were short films during this time that tried to sync audio and picture by using an invention by W.K. Dickinson called the kinetophonograph. The viewer would look through the kinetoscope, which played the film, and then at the same time, the phonograph would play audio. The issue with this was that the synchronization wasn't mechanical or electronic. It was all done by hand, so it often fell out of sync. In 1924, a company by the name of Western Electric released the Vitaphone. This solved a majority of the synchronization issues that the kinetophonograph had. Vitaphone wasn't perfect by any means, but it was the invention that brought synchronized sound to Hollywood. In 1926, the film Don Juan, starring John Barrymore, became the first feature-length film to utilize the technology. There wasn't any dialogue in this movie, but there was music and sound effects that were all in sync. A year later, in 1927, the jazz singer released and became known as the first talkie. Even though most of the film still used intertitles and synchronized music, this scene alone changed the direction of cinema forever.
Wait a minute, you ain't heard nothing yet.
After the release of The Jazz Singer, audiences wanted more movies with dialogue, and talkies quickly became the norm. In the early days of recording sound, filmmakers used one large microphone that would hang over actors. These early mics required actors to really enunciate their speech and speak loudly, which almost made their performances feel a bit theatrical, but in return, you could clearly hear what they were saying. This is also why you often see all the actors standing beside each other in older films, because they all had to talk into the same mic. It's also important to mention audio editing wasn't really a thing during this time. If an actor messed up a line, spoke too quietly, or the crew made too much noise, they just have to redo the entire scene. Due to the lack of editing that could be done to the audio, it was crucial for actors and the crew to capture it clearly and correctly. As the technology improved, more tools were introduced. By the early 1930s, optical sound on film became the standard, pushing out the Vitaphone. Now sound was recorded directly onto the film strip. Along with this came dedicated sound mixing consoles that Hollywood studios began using around 1931. These mixers had multiple input channels and allowed the volume of recordings to be controlled. The technology only improved more and more as the years went on, introducing new types of microphones, mixers, and ways to edit audio. As great as all these improvements and new technology are, it's also a huge reason dialogue has become so hard to hear.